republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Dear Father, help us to be receptive to the thoughts and challenges that come to us through prayer, through the printed page, and from the world around us, and help our leaders to find the best solutions to the problems that we face. We ask this in your name. Amen.
Amen. Amen.
In compliance with the Open Public Meetings Act, this is to announce that adequate notice of this meeting has been provided. Also pursuant to the 2015 bylaws, rules, and regulations of the Board of Chosen Freeholders of the County of Burlington, time shall be set aside on the agenda for the receipt of public comments. Public comments will be received with respect to agenda items prior to board consideration of resolutions to be adopted. An additional opportunity for public comment will occur later in the meeting. Public comment shall be limited to 5 minutes per speaker. Unused time may not be transferred to another speaker. Persons may speak once per public comment period. I direct the Deputy Clerk to enter into the minutes of this meeting this public announcement and the advance written notice of this meeting. Freeholder Belgard.
Here.
Freeholder Donald.
Here.
Freeholder Gargano.
Here.
Freeholder Schwartz.
Here.
And Director O'Brien.
Here. At this point, I'll be looking for approval of the minutes of the organization meeting of January 7, 2015. Motion by Donnelly. Second. Second by Freeholder Belgard. Any questions? Additions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Okay, the minutes are approved. Next, we have a proclamation for Arthur Spell. He's retiring from the Board of Social Services, and I'm going to ask that to be given by Freeholder Joe Donnelly.
Come on.
Truth be told, I stole this from the director tonight. As everyone knows, it comes to our board meetings frequently enough. The director typically handles proclamations, and we do a lot. This board does a lot of proclamations. But the thing that I don't want to stand. Why don't we stand over here? Stand over here. The one about this that's special for me is I've known Art for a few weeks. Art has been someone who's been a mentor to me back in St. Vincent. He's been a remarkable community servant in St. Vincent and in Burlington County, and I just feel honored to be able to present this proclamation. So if I may, I need to choose this first. Whereas the Board of Chosen Freeholders of the County of Burlington recognized Chairman Arthur Spell, Jr. for his accomplishments and lengthy service to the Burlington County Board of Social Services. And whereas Chairman Spell is a one-time community activist, private practice physical therapist, and a boxing timekeeper for the New Jersey State Athletic Control Board. And whereas Chairman Spell earned a bachelor's degree from the Virginia Union University, performed graduate studies at New York University and Western Reserve University, and was awarded a certificate of physical therapy from the University of Pennsylvania. And whereas Chairman Spell has since provided physical therapy services to the Camden school system. Whereas a veteran of the U.S. Army, Chairman Spell has served as president of both the St. Vincent Fire Company No. 2 and the Burlington County Exempt Firemen's Association. And whereas, during his time in community, Chairman Spell has served on multiple boards and commissions, including, now listen to this, Chairman of the St. Vincent Township Human Relations Commission, member of the St. Vincent Parks and Recreation Commission, member of the St. Vincent Zoning Board of Adjustment, and he chaired the administrative board of the Asbury United Methodist Church in Pennsylvania. Now therefore be it resolved that the Board of Chosen Freeholders of the County of Burlington commemorate Chairman Art Spell for his continued dedication to the community, and wish him and his wife Ellie, who is with us this evening, and the rest of the family the very best of the years to come.
Congratulations. All right, now we'll move on to public comment on agenda items. At this point, the meeting, public comment is limited to items on tonight's agenda. Anyone who wishes to speak on any other topic will have a chance at the public comment section later in the meeting. And looking at the list, and no names signed up right now. there anyone here who hasn't signed up that would like to comment on tonight's agenda items?
Make a comment, Mark.
Oh, absolutely.
Good evening. My name is James Williams. I'm retired from the Board of Social Services, but I work for 34 years. And I have to say that Art was something that special with the board. When I first started working at the board 34 years ago, at the time we moved across from, when we were across the street here, out to Harestown Road, there was a move to change the name of the Burlington County Welfare Board at that time to the Board of Social Services. Well, unfortunately, some of the predecessors on the board did not agree with that. One man actually said that he felt the people that walked into the welfare board should bear that stigma, so that people knew that they were going to be on welfare. Then we had a change in the freeholders and the members of the board. People like Robert Madigan and Art Spell came on that had compassion and cared about people that were serving. And it changed the way we are now human services because of what they did for social services. And Art has always shown that compassion towards the people of this county, not just in St. Vincent, but throughout the whole county. He cared about each and every person that came to this. He may not have gotten individually involved with the cases, but he did care, and he reflected that in all he did throughout the time. I'm just happy to know Art as a friend, as well as somebody who I respected for what he did. And just like to say, Art, well done on being faithful service.
Thank you very much. At this point, we'll move on to our resolutions. I'd like to make a motion that we approve resolutions 1 through 9 by unanimous consent. Motion by O'Brien, second by Donnelly. Any questions? I have a couple. Let's go right ahead.
Okay, great. So on the first one, I had a couple of questions on the bills.
All right.
You ready, Mr. Chairman?
And Troy, Justice?
Okay, so tell me, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, page 13. There's an entry there for BCIT for $1 million, and it was noted that that's the county allocation. Is this just what we pay on an annual basis, or?
What this is, Freeholder, it is our payment to BCIT. In 2014, that total was $15.8 million.
Yeah.
And we're still putting the budget together for this year, but
Oh, okay.
we give them the dollars as their cash flow needs.
Okay, so we're not on like a particular schedule or anything like that.
No, I deal with the business manager, and based on their cash flow needs, I need the dollars.
Page 14, the Burlington County St. Patrick's Day Committee. I need to recuse myself from that because I'm on the committee. Page 33, there's an entry, and I may be saying this wrong, Photonomics Imaging, $70,597.81 for digitalization of the county clerk documents. So this is separate from, the county clerk has his own budget, right?
Yes,
And this is separate from that?
this is separate from that.
And how does this work? Why is it separate?
Basically, this is being paid out of capital because it is a capital. It is a capital project. This is basically to take all the records that were stored downstairs, I believe, under the jail and the clerk's office, and we are now taking thousands and thousands of documents and scanning them to have forever now.
And so will this make it easier for residents to access the records and that sort of thing?
That and as well as paper documents began to deteriorate, so we had to take some action with that as well.
And then page 70, there's an entry for the board of chosen freeholders. I don't think that's our board. I guess it's Monmouth County. Real property tax assessment, $25,000 membership and dues. Is this related to the Monmouth Plan Shared Services Agreement that we did?
Yes.
Okay, and I don't recall when we entered into that shared services agreement, fee portion of it, because I thought it was just for informational purposes at this time, so that we could reach out to the municipalities and provide them with information. So what is that $25,000?
I could probably answer that, but I think it's hard to get the question for us. $25,000 in Monmouth County. We, for the shared service agreement with Monmouth County, total amount was for $50,000.
Oh, okay.
And this is just half of the 113.
Okay. And so what does that exactly cover?
It covers the use of their tax administrator, Matt Clark, for the county's use as well as the tax board's use to help advise and answer questions and guide the process if the tax board or the county would like to go that way.
If they don't, is it never refundable?
No.
Because we're still taking his time,
Right,
I'm assuming,
yeah, he's a
to,
consultant,
yeah,
exactly.
okay. I just couldn't remember, and I apologize for not going back and looking as what our agreement was, so thank you for putting that up.
Sure.
Great. Those are all the questions that I have on the bills.
I have a question for Mr. Troy in regards to revenue. There's an item for jail administration revenue. We got down towards the bottom of the page. You see that?
Revenue summary by.
Yeah, it says $14,870.21. I don't know if you could answer me tonight, or could you do a comparison and let me know how that compares with where we did last time? Because I believe that when we increased the administrative fee for the prisoners, we were offering some more revenue, correct?
I would.
I just want to make sure that that is happening, and we are seeing increased revenue. And if not, to take a look at it.
It's obviously going to depend on the number of prisoners too.
Well,
The number might not go up if you have less prisoners.
Right, I'm not sure we have less prisoners or more, I don't know how we're doing compared to last year, our census. But we are charging more, so I was hoping to see, even if there's a drop in the census, hopefully there'll be an increase in revenue, but if you could just let me know.
I sure will.
Money is money, we have revenue, and that's it.
I did have a question on the floor also. Number 4. Yes. This was an authorization to purchase software, and I was just wondering what exactly that is.
Big bad piece here.
Yes, Freeholder. This is our annual maintenance contract for Edmonds and Associates. It's our financial and human resources software. We originally bid this out in 2013, and in the bid process, we executed a 5-year agreement, and it's the cost of the maintenance contract does not increase in any of those 5 years. It stays constant. So per that bid contract. All right.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Those are all the questions.
All right, any other questions?
Yeah, I have a question on G2.
2.
Yeah, I'm wondering, because we did not discuss it in conference, we could just have a brief summary here.
That would probably be Mr. Troy.
I can do that. Thank you, Freehold Director. Basically, we enter our Sharon Brockman, our purchasing agent. She enters into co-op agreements that are shared with the locals, municipalities, and whatnot, where basically through buying through leveraging of higher quantities of goods and services, they get a better price coming through us, and that just basically establishes her authority and allows these municipalities to take advantage of our pricing structure.
Thank you.
Okay, any other questions? Okay, hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And abstentions is noted. Moving on to Freeholder Belgard.
Great. So I would like to make a motion for G10. All right, motion by Freeholder Belgard, seconded by Freeholder Donnelly. Any questions? I would just note, it's not a question, but just so folks know, this would allow us to receive a grant for some equipment for the medical examiner's office.
Very good. Any other questions? Hearing none, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? Ayes have it. And move on to Freeholder Donnelly.
Thank you, Director. At this time, I move for unanimous consent of resolution items number G11 and G12.
Second. Freeholder Donnelly is the motion, seconded by Freeholder Gargano. Any questions? Hearing none, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? Ayes have it. Now we'll move on to Freeholder Gargano.
Director, I'd like to make a motion to approve items G13 through G20 by unanimous consent.
Okay, motion by Freeholder Gargano, second by Freeholder Donnelly. Any questions? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Ayes have it. And now on to Freeholder Schwartz.
I'd like to move for unanimous consent for item number G21. Just a quick explanation, this is an extension of the existing contract we have, pharmacy services for the jail. We need some more time to look at some other options, such as bundling services to save us some more revenue, but we're not there yet, so we need to do this extension.
Very good. Any questions? Hearing none, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? Ayes have it. Okay, at this point, I'll be looking for the nomination of a deputy EMS coordinator to a one-year term.
Nominate Ron Keith.
Any other nominations? Hearing none, may I have a roll call, please?
Freeholder Belcourt.
Ron Keith.
Freeholder Donnelly.
Ron Keith.
Freeholder Gargano.
Ron Keith.
Freeholder Schwartz.
Ron Keith.
And Director O'Brien.
Ron Keith. Next, I'll be looking for a nomination to the clerk of the board for a three-year term.
Nominate Gina Wheeler.
Any other nominations? Hearing none, may I have a roll call, please?
Freeholder Belcourt.
Gina Wheeling.
Freeholder Donnelly. Freeholder Gargano. Freeholder Schwartz.
Gina Wheatley.
And Director O'Brien.
Gina Wheatley. Now I'll be looking for a nomination to the position of deputy clerk of the board.
To nominate Aaron Kelly.
Any other nominations? Hearing none, may I have a roll call, please?
Freeholder Belcourt.
Aaron Kelly.
Freeholder Donnelly.
Aaron Kelly.
Freeholder Gargano.
Aaron Kelly.
Freeholder Schwartz.
Aaron Kelly.
And Director O'Brien.
Erin Kelly. At this point, I will make appointments by director to two of our advisory boards. First is for the Aging Advisory Board. And for that, I appoint Linda Cushing, Karen Bennett, Nancy Phillips, Lisa Killian Smith, Paula Redmond, Ida Bright, Lucille Boone, Samuel Codies, Althea Pennick, and myself as freeholder liaison. As for the Community Development Advisory Committee, I'll be appointing Linda Cushing, Anna Pianza, Daniel Caldwell, Kelly West, Joseph Brickley, Camilla Xavier, Linda Doherty, Matthew Riley, Kevin Brown, Derek Benz, Matthew Johnson, also Carol Barbero, Madeline Sheldon, Christopher Baxter, Robert Schmidt, Kathleen Weissel, and Albert Jacob. With that, we'll entertain questions from the press.
Okay, my first is on number 2. You touched on it briefly, the cooperative pricing agreement. Would that be a new arrangement for the county? Oh, so it's
Years.
a renewal of an existing agreement. Okay. My next question was about number 16 with Bond Collaborative, the amended contract. Can anyone just expand upon what prompted this?
Basically, a look at the county jail. I mean, they're older buildings that are being reviewed for their usefulness and what can be done to them and things like that. So basically, as he goes through that process, this is a contract that's going to allow us to make a good, rational decision of what we're going to do in prison moving forward to the next
So we're talking about physical consolidation.
We're talking about physical, we're talking about an overlook at the entire facilities of our prisons.
Okay. That's all.
Thank you. All right, now we'll move on to public comment. No one that has signed up, so they're in here. Very good. Okay, we'll move on to close the public portion of the meeting and move on to comments by freeholders. Freeholder Schwartz.
Yes, I'm hoping our stays nice and safe and dry. I know the, thank Joe and his crew for the non-storm. I know they'll be ready for the next one. Again, I'd also like to propose that as soon as possible, we take our freeholder meetings on the road and start bringing them out to the different townships. I'd like to see at least 6 of these meetings a year out and about. That's it.
Very good. Thanks.
Thank you to everybody who worked so hard, whether it's a couple of inches or a couple of feet of precipitation that we get to keep the county running. So thank you for all the behind-the-scenes work that you do for us. I had the opportunity to go to a number of events throughout the county this weekend, but one that I wanted to just mention briefly, since we're in Mount Holly, is the opening of Kitchen 87 at 87 Washington Street, which is a new little breakfast and lunch bistro. I took my oldest son with me, and the food was excellent, so if you have the opportunity to go check it out, I would highly recommend it. They open at 6 o'clock and close at 2 o'clock every day, and it's a great way to support a new local business right here in Mount Holly. And then, speaking of Mount Holly, for those that don't know, I'm sure you've seen the signs, but the Fire and Ice Festival is this Saturday, so I know it's always a good time, and definitely recommend checking it out. That's all I have.
Sounds great. Thank you. Freeholder Donald.
No, thank you.
Very good. With that, I want to thank everyone for coming out tonight, and I'll be looking for a motion to adjourn.
So good.
Second. Motion by Freeholder Godano, second by Freeholder Bogard. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it.